Hello and welcome here at Your Yoga Journey. My name is Daniela and I'm happy that you're practicing again with me. Today's class is all about pigeon pose. Pigeon pose is a hip opening pose and it allows a lot of variation. The sitting pigeon, the sleeping pigeon, flying pigeon and stuff like this. We want to take an extra look at the mermaid variation today. So we find a bind with both of our hands in pigeon pose. Or maybe we find it. We're working towards it, that's for sure. Let's start in the middle of our yoga mat. Come into a cross-legged seat. And then find your way into child's pose. Have your knees wider apart than your hips. Have your hands resting in front of you on your mat. Keep your elbows bent. No need to stretch them if this feels uncomfortable for the shoulders. Just close your eyes for a moment. Find your inner peace here. Try to calm down your breathing and your mind, focusing on the upcoming practice. With the next inhale, bring your hands upon your fingertips, look forward and switch open into your tabletop position. With the next inhale, we find our cow pose, go to your hollow back. And with the exhale, find our cat. Move through a few of these variations. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Take your own breathings as a meter. Just try your variations. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Try to round yourself as far as you can. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Push away from the mat. With the next inhale, tuck your toes and then move your right hand to the front. Have it stretched out to the front before you bend it and lay it underneath your left arm. Keep your left arm bended. Or you maybe find your way to the ceiling, so you have a twist in your spine. Twist yourself open to the left side. Head is resting on the mat. Try to keep your hip as parallel to the mat as you can. One more breathing here. Before you bring your left hand to the ground again, your right hand next to it, and then stretch your left arm to the front. Gaze is going to the mat, and with the exhale, bring your left shoulder on the ground. Have your right arm stretched towards the ceiling. Maybe you find the twist in your spine. If you feel this is too much for you, then just stretch your right arm out to the front. That's fine as well. We just want to give our spine a little bit of a wake up. With the next inhale, put your right hand on the mat again, your left as well, and then push yourself into your first down dog. Give your legs a little bit of a paddle, bend both knees, stretch them. Do whatever you feel is right in your down dog. Maybe you want to try the variations from yesterday, or maybe they were too much. With the next inhale, come into your three-legged dog, right leg to the ceiling. And then with the exhale, put it on the outside of your mat on the right side. We come to lizard. Put left knee and foot on the floor. And then look to the front. This is a great hip opening pose before we try our pigeon later on. Right knee is pushing into right shoulder. Stay balanced here, stretch your back. With the next inhale, turn your right foot on the outer edge, twist yourself open to the right side and push your right knee away with your right hand. Maybe you can look away over your right shoulder to the distance, or maybe you have a plant there as well. With the next inhale, come back to your regular lizard, put left knee and foot to the top and step back into your three-legged dog. Right leg is going straight to the ceiling. With the next inhale, bend the leg in the sky, twist it open to the left side. Stay here for one more breathing. Before you start, bring your right knee towards the right elbow and then put your chin towards the short side of your mat and come into your first pigeon of this class. Make it a sitting pigeon. Left knee is stretched out behind you. Hands are resting on the mat, giving you the needed support. If you want, you can now come onto your forearms, connect them, have your head dangling free. Important is that you feel the rotation in the outer hip. Maybe you want to make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on it if you want to go a little bit deeper. And feel free to make it a regular classic sleeping pigeon and stretch your arms wide in front of you. Just try what kind of sleeping, half sleeping, or sitting pigeon your variation is. Feel the stretch in the hip and the spine. Try to keep your breathing steady and relax in this pose. It's actually a calming pose. With the next inhale, sit yourself up again and then let yourself untuck your left toe. Pull your right leg back and we come into a regular down dog. Well done, you managed the first side or first row of asanas for the first side. We give it another try on the left side. So three-legged dog with the left leg in the sky. Stretch yourself as far as you can. And with the next inhale, bring your left leg on the outside of your mat. Lizard pose. Bring your right knee and foot towards the floor. Have your regular lizard. Left knee is pushing towards left shoulder. Feel the hip working here. And then we try our twisting variation here as well. So bring your left hand towards your left knee. Roll your left foot on the outside. And twist yourself open to the left side. Maybe you can feel the stretch in the hips as a nice and comfortable thing. Feeling the balance here. One more breathing. Before you come back to center with the next inhale. Tuck your right foot, lift your right knee from the ground and step back into your three-legged dog. Left leg is going straight to the sky. And then bend the knee in the sky towards the right side. Twist your spine open. Go as far as you can, as far as you feel comfortable. No need to rush things here. We might need the shoulder opening for the mermaid variation later on, but there's time left. With the next inhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow and then bend it so your chin is going parallel to the short side of your mat, and you come to find your first pigeon on the left side. Stretch your right leg behind you, and then lay your forearms on the ground. Or you try one of the other variations we had on the other side. Finding your pillow with your hands and resting your head upon it. Or you just have a regular sleeping pigeon. Whatever is yours, find it and remember to calm down your breathing. We really want to focus on the hip opening and not rushing anything. With the next inhale, sit yourself up again. And then tuck your right toes, lift your right knee and push back into downward facing dog. Bend both knees, come to lay back for 1 or 2 breathings in your child's pose. Find some moment of stillness here, some moment to calm down. Find your toes with your hands. With the next inhale, sit yourself up, circle your hands around your head, let them meet above your head. And then stretch them to the back to put your hands between your shoulder blades to really open up your shoulders. Feel the stretch here. Elbows are pointing towards the ceiling. Keep your breathing calm and steady. If you can't find your hands together, you can just have one hand behind and then the other one, or you can grab your t-shirt, whatever you're wearing. It's just a little opening sequence for the arms. You can have cactus arms as well. With the next inhale, bring your hands down onto your mat and come back into your downward facing dog. We have a few pigeons we want to try. So we start right away, bringing the right leg to the front into our pigeon pose variation. Have your left leg laid out behind you, hands are on the ground, giving you some support. Sit yourself up as tall as you can, so bring your hands on your fingertips. Hips are parallel to the mat. And then start bending your left knee. Try to grab your left foot with your left arm. And if you found it, you can stay here and have a really good stretch of your shoulder, really opening up for it. That's a massive thing as well. So either way, you can stay here and find your balance. Or you can try to make it a mermaid pigeon. For that, bring your foot towards the eye of the elbow. So you really give your left foot a hug. And then you try to find the bind with your hands. Connecting your hands and having your left foot resting in your elbow. You can look towards the front or to the left, whatever suits you best here. Try to find your balance. With the next step, or just have one hand in the air in the other one. Maybe your fingertips can find each other. Try to make your way towards it. With the next exhale, release the bind if you had it, release the foot to the ground. Bend both knees, come into tabletop position before you lay back into child's pose and stretch forward again to tabletop. We just make a few variations here between tabletop and child's pose. before you push yourself back into downward facing dog. So there's the mermaid pigeon to find on the other side. So I just turn around so you can see it better. You can just stay on your mat where you were. It's just me with the recording stuff. So with the next inhale, we lift our left leg towards the sky. Have a three-legged dog here. Bring your left leg to the front with the next exhale and come into your sitting pigeon pose. Make yourself comfortable in your sitting pigeon. This is always the first thing to do if we don't have it as a sitting pigeon. There's no way we can find any other variation. So try to make yourself as comfortable as you can. And remember, there's always one side which we can do better, so be kind to yourself. Don't rush anything. So we try to bring our hands as close to our feet as we can and then try bending our right leg. Grab your right foot with the right hand, twist your right shoulder open. And if you want, try your mermaid bind. If you put your right foot towards your right elbow and then find the bind if you connect your hands. Look to the front or to the side, whatever variation suits you best. Maybe you find your hands easier if you back bend a little more. Mermaid Pigeon is a back bend, a shoulder opener, a hip opener, so there's really a lot going on. And as you see on the pictures, if you look at them, I'm better on the right side with the pigeon than on the left side, so yeah, we have all our better sides. Just try what is yours. And with the next exhale, release your bind if you had one or whatever variation you chose. Find your tabletop position again. Don't worry, I just changed sides again. And then come into your regular child's pose. Have your arms banded as far as you want. And then grab your feet, giving them a hug, resting. You've done a great job. With the next inhale, bring your hands together behind your back and have your shoulders opened wide towards the mat. Stretch them to the ceiling or towards your spine, whatever you feel like you need the stretch. I'm really comfortable if I move forward, but if you feel comfortable with backwards, just do it. With the next inhale, sit yourself up again to find a comfortable way to come into a lying position on the ground. Knees towards chest, give your legs a hug. Feel the perfect feeling of laying on the ground, having nothing to do, a straight spine. Maybe you want to close your eyes already. With the next inhale, stretch your left leg to the front. Have your right leg twisted to the left side. Look to the right side to give your spine a little twist. Maybe you want to rest your right foot on the floor. With the next inhale, switch the legs. Turn your left leg towards the right. Look towards the left. Releasing tension in the legs and the hips. With the next exhale, have both legs laid out in front of you, arms resting beside your body. Find your Shavasana. Find your moment of stillness, of peace. Release every bit of tension you have left. Try to calm down your breathing. Maybe you can feel your muscles are resting. With the next inhale, slowly start bending your legs again. If you want to get up, if you want to stay in your Shavasana, that's fine as well. If you want to come up, then just find with a long inhale your hands above your head, and with the exhale in front of your heart, your Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you found a pigeon pose that you love, that you want to practice, and maybe you found your mermaid bite. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.